What is going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, and Tottenham are in a European final after beating Bodo Glimt 2-0 on the night. A fantastic night for all Tottenham Hotspur fans. A fantastic night to be a Spurs fan. Potentially could win our first European major trophy for 40 years. Only our second European final in the last 40 years as well. Incredible result, an incredible night, an incredible performance from the team as well.
Brilliant.
I'm here with Josh King to talk about this instant match reaction for what was a fantastic performance in a European semi-final when it looked like going into this game, it was going to be a tough game out in Norway in the Arctic Circle against a team who has won every single game bar one, I think, at home this season. By two clear goals, they've won pretty much every game. We are the first team to stop them from scoring at home this season in the Europa League, and we've got a clean sheet, we've got the victory, and you know what? Well, it was actually minimal fuss, I think is probably 100%. The word I would use. We went there, we were disciplined, we were professional, we got the job done. I'm just watching the scenes at the moment, all the Spurs players going over to the fans and celebrating. Ange has got a massive smile on his face, probably similar to the one he had away at Frankfurt. He has led this team to a major European final. No one can take that away from him. We just got to go and win the final against Man United in Bilbao on the 21st of May. But looking at just about tonight, I think we were, as I said, we were disciplined, we defended properly. I think we came here with a plan, and the plan was very similar probably to how we played Bodo in the first leg. Just be disciplined, making sure we're not defending, we're not pressing crazily, we're being smart with our pressing, picking our moments, but most of all, we're just surrendering possession and making sure that when Bodo are on the ball, that we're making it difficult for them to build up their play, we're making it difficult for them to create chances, we're making it difficult for them to get in those zones where they are very good, like in the kind of just outside the box, making sure we're breaking up their play as much as possible. And I think Ange got it absolutely spot on tonight. The likes of Vicario punting it long from goal kicks rather than going short, giving possession to Bodo when necessary, making sure we're compact and deep when we needed to be. And look, all credit to the team and the manager tonight, because I think we just got it absolutely spot on.
100%. And we have given this team so much stick throughout the season, and given Ange so much stick throughout the season for the defensive performances they have put up. And we defended brilliantly today. We defended brilliantly in the first leg by that one goal, which, to be honest, was a deflection anyway. And we've defended brilliantly in this competition on the most part.
I think in the knockout stages.
Yeah, in the knockout stages. And look, this is exactly what I wanted from today. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. A goal or two and just minimal fuss at the back. The defenders, Romero was immense. Solanke was immense. We deserved that fully. And there is no robbery here. There's no, like, feeling of, like, oh, we got away with one. We fully deserved to get through this tie easily. Do you know what I mean? We
were comfortably the better team over 2 legs. And a lot of people say that's to be expected, but this Bodo team have given a lot of good teams a lot of trouble this season in this competition. They knocked out Lazio, who currently, I think, 5th, level on points with 4th in Serie A currently at the moment. So they're no mugs. They're not a bad team. And they dispatched them, especially in this ground. They battered them 2-0, and it could have been a lot more than 2-0 on that day. And there's a reason why they're a force to be reckoned with at this ground in this competition, because this season, under the conditions on that pitch, they make things very difficult for you. It's very difficult to contend with these conditions that a lot of teams have struggled with, and we've come here and we've made light work of it. We didn't notice the plastic pitch, we didn't notice that we're in the Arctic Circle in the freezing cold. None of that was an issue. Tottenham came here with a job to do, professionally done, and I think, you know, the formation we found with Basuma and Bentancur together, breaking up that play with Bodo trying to build up from the middle. It didn't matter that Bodo had players missing in the first second. They had their better players missing today. None of that mattered. It didn't matter that they scored a late goal, giving them a bit of hope. It didn't matter they were playing on an artificial pitch. It didn't matter they were playing in the Arctic Circle. It didn't matter they were playing a team that's battered every team at home this season by 2 or more goals. It didn't matter that they've scored in every single home game this season. We were the better team, and we deserved to go through. And we full credit to this team. And I think,
you know what, I'd love to give credit to Ange for that, because the way that he handled the whole, you know, Bodo players are saying this, and how your players going to deal with the artificial pitch and all that. No nonsense. Straight. No, we're not going to train on an artificial pitch. It's a game of football. All artificial pitches are different. We're going to go out there and play our game, and just I honestly feel like, and this might just be like me being happy that we're...
Come on, ride the wave, Josh!
I really do feel like if there was any manager I wanted in a final, out of the managers we've already had, like in the past, like I'd say 5 or 6 years or whatever, sorry, like 10 years, it would be Ange. I just feel like he can motivate the players to a different level. It might not work in league form, and it might not work with some other things, but I think going into a final, you've seen those team talks he gives. Right? Yeah. And I feel like they would have got one of those today. And that's why there was no bullshit. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. No. Go for it. Go hammer and tong, mate. We're in a European final. Come on. Yeah. And I absolutely agree. And I think Ange, whatever people want to say about him, the players have been very consistent about 100%. Them playing for him and them believing in him and believing in the way he plays. And I think the way we've basically got to this European final, the way we've performed in this European final says it all, in my opinion. And I think it's absolutely, we've been phenomenal. And yes, we've struggled with problems in the league this season. Yes, we've had injury problems, injury crisis, bad form, loss after loss. But in this second half of the season, everyone came to the season saying we won a trophy. The trophy has been massive in everyone's mind. It's at the forefront of everyone's mind. And I think concentrating on that trophy, making sure we're prioritizing it, and making sure he's pumping these players up to give the performances that we have been giving in this trophy has been phenomenal. And the fact that we're in a European final, not only 2 managers in the last 40 years can say that, it's Pochettino and now Ange Postecoglou. And people can diminish that whatever they want. People can say, oh, it's only Europa League, we've only beaten this team and that team. But at the end of the day, we've been underachieving and we've been losing to teams we shouldn't have, and we've been we haven't been getting the job done time after time after time over the last few years. And let's be honest, in this competition, we've been great. We've deserved to go through every tie we've been through. We've been dominant. We've been the better team. There's not a tie you can come look at and think we've been lucky to get through. We've been absolutely fantastic in these European ties. And we've just got one more game to do now. One more game to go, and we'll be Europa League champions with a chance of getting in the Champions League for next season, which will be massive. But more importantly, a major European trophy for the first time in 4 years. I'm not even thinking
about the Champions League or anything
just
like
winning that trophy.
I just want to win that trophy. That is it. And that's the difference between us and United, by the way. They want the Champions League.
Yeah, we won the trophy.
We won the trophy.
And that's the difference. And well, you can say what you want with this trophy. It's a trophy that Arsenal haven't won in their history. This is a trophy that I think in recent years, in the last 20 years, how many English teams have won it? You've got Chelsea and Man United. Who else? Can't think of Liverpool lost in the final. They lost in the final. I can't think of too many English teams who have won it. It's not exactly a competition that English teams dominate. So this is not exactly you can say it's so easy for English teams to win it. So if we can get over the line in Bilbao against Man United, that would be massive. But just talking about tonight, I thought Solanke led the line fantastically. I thought obviously he got the goal his hard work deserved, and that was kind of the moment you could really just relax and feel, okay, this is happening now. Because as much as I thought it was disciplined and we defended really well, and the game was going, for the first hour as you would have hoped. It wasn't chaotic and we were just controlling things, keeping them at arm's length. There's always that niggling doubt. If they get a goal,
if they get one goal,
exactly. If they get a bit of luck or a mistake from us, momentum starts to go against us, and things can change very quickly. And I think that goal just settled the nerves, and you saw we were so much more confident after that goal, weren't we?
Yeah, definitely. And I think full credit to Solanke, because we were saying before he scored the goal that he was probably our man of the match so far. I think he was brilliant. He's on a brilliant scoring run at the moment, if you put together his starts like we were talking about. And I'm just so happy with the overall performance. I feel like we defended so well. There was no fuss. We held them at arm's length. I can't even think... How many heart-in-mouth moments did you have?
There was one moment they had a cross in, and
the header.
Doggy had to clear it at the back post. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it. So, like, it was a very un-Spursy performance. And
people said that after Frankfurt.
Yeah, and Ange is the one that has brought that in. No other manager has been able to bring in those un-Spursy performances in serious games. In
away from home,
in quarterfinals, in away from home, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, really happy with that, and bring on the final, man.
Absolutely, and yeah, so we got that goal with Solanke. Obviously, Porro made it too late on with probably a big slice of luck, you have to fair to say. I doubt he was shooting, but if he was, I don't know. I don't know if they interviewed him after the game.
Perfect,
he did. I mean,
rebounded off the.
It was very similar to the Sarr goal against Bournemouth. Where he probably crossed it and he got it wrong, and it just ended up in the back of the net. But I think again, Porro is another one who probably deserves a lot of credit. Who's playing fine form at the moment, and it probably deserves a lot of credit. And probably got the goal. His performance deserved, because I thought he was one of the ones consistently making things happen with his unbelievable passing range and getting Tell and Richarlison in on that left hand side.
I said not to play Porro as well. I regret that. He was brilliant.
Absolutely fantastic.
The difference is with Porro, if he told me he meant it, I'd believe him. With Sarr, I wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Because Porro's crossing is so good usually. That's very uncharacteristic for him to put in a cross like that. But yeah, brilliant goal. Doesn't matter if he meant it or not.
Yeah, and you have to say, I thought Bodo would definitely hurt us a bit more, show something more, especially given their home form and all their talk they've been having, and on the occasion as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether they bottled it or we were just shutting up shop. And I think having Bentancur and Bissouma really helped us, having that shield in front of the back line, just breaking up consistently.
Our centre backs as well. Like those four players were brilliant. So Romero, Van der Ven, didn't come as much in the second half, but in the first half he won these duels. Like, remember, he made that run that would, for any other team, if that was any other centre back in the world, that would have been a chance for the other team. Romero constantly winning duels, constantly, like all his ground duels, even his aerials and everything like that. So, and then in front of them, both Bentancur and Bissouma, brilliant. I don't want to hear no Bentancur versus Bissouma today. They were both good. And that quartet, I suppose you'd call it, like the two centre backs and the two CMs were brilliant today.
Absolutely great. I completely agree. And I think that was key to making sure that Bodo weren't really creating the chances they usually do with those little intricate kind of passages of play. They didn't have any of that today, because I think Bentancur and Bissouma were just too strong in that middle. They were too basically getting those challenges in. They were too smart. They were positionally very, very good. Bentancur and Bissouma making sure basically whenever Bodo got to the line, they were always kind of avoiding those cutbacks, kind of winning those challenges. Doggy was great at left back as well. I thought another top performance. And I think it was just a really professional away performance away from home at a tough game. And it's something that is seldom said about Tottenham Hotspur, especially on the big stage. And looking ahead, Man United in the final. They've beaten Athletic Bilbao 4-1 after beating them 3-0 away from home. 7-1 argument against
That's insane, isn't it?
But against a team who are were favourites for this tournament. And are they getting their act together? Are we going to play them at the wrong time? Or is it a case of we've beaten them 3 times this season already and nothing to fear?
No, I think it's somewhere in between. They're definitely better than they were when we've beaten them this season, both under Erik ten Hag and Amorim. Like, they're at their best right now. They are. But like I was saying earlier during the watch along, they are not a team to be like extremely scared of, as in, like, this isn't us going into a final like it was against Liverpool, like where Liverpool are, brilliant. Do you know what I mean? One of the best teams in Europe. Or when we face City in the League Cup final, where it's City. United are not on that level.
Exactly.
So we've got a chance. We just need to believe. That's what I would say.
We've got a massive chance. I know a lot of people will be looking at the European, any heritage, trophy-winning heritage and all these kind of things. And there's going to be a bit of nervousness. There's going to be a bit of, Carragher saying...
I was just about to say that.
No Carragher, chance we beat
He said
Man
no
United.
Chance we beat
no
United
chance we beat United. I hope Ange gets Carragher's video in the dressing room and says, listen to that. Listen to what they're saying about you. And you prove them wrong. You show them how, what you can do. I think that I do believe we're a better team than them. I know they're above us at the moment, but I believe we can be better than them on our day. We've beaten them 3 times already this season. We go to Bilbao with no fear. We go to them with the belief that we can win that trophy and bring it home. And as much as United are definitely starting to play a bit better in recent weeks in there, and look, they're no mugs and they've got some good players. Don't get me wrong, but we can beat them. There's no reason why we cannot beat them in Bilbao on the 21st of May. It's a massive occasion. I can't wait. I'm gonna be there in Bilbao. I've booked my flights. I booked my accommodation a year ago. 1 year ago, I booked my accommodation.
No, you're taking
I booked my accommodation a year ago because I wanted to be there for Bilbao if we made it, and here we are.
That's insane.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm absolutely buzzing. 1 year ago, I booked my accommodation for Bilbao, and it's paying off in droves. I can't wait for the final in Bilbao. I can't wait to be there. It's going to be a massive occasion.
I'm going to try and get there as well.
And yeah, look, I'm just so delighted that we are in a European final, and it's a massive, massive day, a massive occasion for this football club. And look, it's so much riding on that final on the 21st of May in Bilbao. For both teams. Do you think there's ever been a Europa League final with so much riding on it before? Can't think of too many occasions.
Well, do you know what it is? It's because we're both failures this season.
That's the thing. We both need this.
It's like, it totally changes the whole season for either of these teams. Like, it won't be the team that the season that you finished 16th, 17th. It will be the season that you won the Europa League. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
And whatever people want to say, for me, if we can win that final, win that trophy, like, it would be vindication for a lot of what Andrew's been saying in terms of how difficult the season has been for Tottenham, and about how the reasons why we've not been as good as we should be. And a lot of people, think it's just excuses and just this and that. But how good we've been in this European knockout. If he was to get his players back and then you win a major European trophy with a fully fit team, showing what he's capable of when he's got all his players available and we've got players to choose from, and how good we can be, I think that would be him having a bit of vindication in terms of, look, I'm not this useless manager who's out of his depth, who doesn't know what he's doing. There's reasons why we've been this bad. Yes, they can't all be excused, but if I show you by winning this European trophy that period is not truly my kind of team, and this I can actually take you to glory, and for me that would be major vindication for what a lot of he's been saying for a lot of the season.
100%. I totally agree. I think for me, if he wins it, everything else goes out the window. You have to back him. He's done something that no other Tottenham manager has been able to do, and you have to give his football a chance. I think you have to give it a chance,
and you have to praise him. And I don't want to see anyone diminishing if we do win it, or even getting to the final is fantastic. And I think people are quick to jump on the Europa League's weaker this season, all these kind of things about why this isn't a good achievement. We are in a European
we
final.
Shouldn't get Champions League.
All this stuff. Yeah, why we shouldn't get Arsene Wenger saying if you win Europa League, you should go back into the Europa League. All this rubbish. It's never been a problem for the last.
Exactly.
So ever since it's coming, all of a sudden Tottenham are now in a final. It's a major issue, and it's unfair on the other teams if Tottenham make it into Champions League. If you win a major European trophy, you deserve the prize for that, and that's if it's getting Champions League football, then it's getting Champions League football. I don't understand why a team finishing 5th deserves it more than a team winning Europa League. It doesn't make sense to me. And if you beat all these teams that were in it, they're all qualified within their own right because they're decent teams, then you deserve it. And yes, people make fun of Bodo and all these other teams because maybe they're ignorant of what they've done and what teams they are. But these are all good teams we've had to go and beat, and these are all good teams that we've deservedly beaten and been the better side of. And if we go and beat Man United, we will deserve to be in the Champions League next season for winning that major European trophy, and that's facts. That's it. And we'll deserve to be there because we are there, and that's reality. But look, now is your chance to call in and have your say about everything that happened today, about the final, about anything you want to discuss. It's a glorious night to be a Tottenham fan, and a glorious night of Tottenham getting to a European final. So I'm excited to get all the calls on and talk about tonight, what happened tonight, and all the events surrounding it. Let me know if you're going to get into Birmingham. You got to go. Yeah, Josh is going.
Sorry,
he's cutting
guys,
and running.
The missus is calling me.
But Josh, I appreciate your time today, man.
No worries. Good omen, Sim and Josh.
Gonna see Josh in Bilbao. Come on, people. Big up to Josh. 100%. Josh King, round of applause in the chat. Come on, get the applause emoji for Josh King. Big up to everyone. But now's your chance to have your say about Tottenham making it to a major European final. Let's get Alan on the show. Let's get Alan on. Alan, nice to see you, my friend. How are you doing today?
I'm buzzing right now, man. I'm just buzzing. I cannot believe that after so long we're finally in the final again.
Absolutely.
Who would have thought after such a season that we had?
Yeah, exactly. And it could all end in glory in Bilbao on the 21st of May. That's what we're hoping for. Tell me about your thoughts about what you saw tonight. Did we deserve it? Were we lucky? What do you think about the performance?
I think that was a performance that we needed, honestly. I mean, there was no need for us to pressure them. There was no need for us to initiate the game. We had to let them come to us. And whenever they try to build up, we have to pressure right there, like we did with Deki, Bissouma, and Bentancur. And from there, we should have countered like we did. And of course, in in the corners, we should have taken our chances. We did. Solanke scored. And what can I say about Bodo's goal? This world class.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was a fantastic, I think, disciplined performance from Spurs today. Going into this game, were you worried that Bodo, great home form, difficult conditions, that it'll be a difficult game, or did it go as expected for you?
I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very nervous because with a 3-0, then you can go a little more relaxed. But at 3-1, that gives them still that little hope for them, like they can fight still for it. But I mean, once I started seeing the game and then we were 20 minutes in it, then I started calming down because I saw how we were disciplined, defending, not just go all over the place. Their men were staying with the men, marking them, defending, and not letting them build up the play.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, what do you think about Ange tonight? Do you think he got it spot on? Would you give him credit for tonight?
Totally. I mean, I was always an Ange, and I'm not gonna lie. But there was a point in the season when he really frustrated me with so many losses. And of course, we're going to reach that point because of the losses. But many people say he's not the manager. For me, he is. It's just we need to give him a little time and also better backing. Because if we bring him 19-year-old player, yeah, I can see that's for the future. But we have to mix it. We also need to bring some ready players. They can jump in serious games like right now.
Absolutely, I agree. And looking towards the final in Bilbao, 21st of May, we do play Man United. What is your feelings about playing them? Are you confident, or are you worried about the heritage of the teams coming into play here?
No, I'm more worried about overconfidence. We have beaten them, of course. They haven't beaten us for 2 years. But we shouldn't let ourselves be overconfident because of that. It's a final, and of course they do also have heritage, but we have to show them that it's our time now, and we are not gonna we're not gonna back down on this.
Absolutely, Alan. Great to see you, my friend. Thank you for calling in, and we'll see you soon.
See you guys.
All right, that was Alan giving his opinion. Let's get the man in the green kit. He knew the good omens tonight. Let's get Brian Daigle on the show. Brian Daigle, we are in a European final, my friend. Tell me, talk to me.
First of all, can we wear green? Can we wear green? Can we wear green every week? Can we wear green every week? What I will say, whoever's in the back end, none of us here can actually see you guys on camera. So if Sammy or whoever's in the back row can turn your camera on, because we can't see. There we go. Now I can see you. How are we all?
See my lovely face. Yeah, look, I'm buzzing, mate. We're going to Bilbao 21st of May against Man United. It's a massive occasion. Just before we get into the final, tell me about tonight. What are your feelings about what happened tonight?
So let's start this off right, and I think I've got something I need to say. And as you know, Sim, coming on here for years and years and years, I run my mouth about certain things, and I'm very opinionated on certain things. And I've always said, I am very quick to criticise and some people say negative or whatever you want to say. But I'm also one that says when praise is deserved, I've got to be big enough to do it. And for Frankfurt and for other games, I've said Ange should not be manager for, I think it was the quarterfinals and the semi-finals. Well, I need to shut my mouth, eat some humble pie. He got the job done. Does it change what I think of him in the season? No. But fair dues to him. Both away games, disciplined, rigid, everything we needed to do to get the job done. I tweeted at half-time and said, never have I been so happy to see such a boring, non-eventful half in my life. 45 minutes more of the same, please. But no, we went and got 2 goals. As I said, I'm always quick to criticise and be outspoken. So I will say, well done to Ange for getting Spurs to a European Cup final.
Absolutely. And in terms of how we approached the game tonight, line up and you know, the way we played, it was very different, very similar maybe to how he played in Frankfurt and stuff like that. So do you think, you know, in that sense, he got it spot on? Well,
yes, hasn't he? There's no... I mean, Bodo, I'll tell you one thing, Bodo in both ties, they've looked very comfortable on the ball, but when they got into the final third, they just didn't know what to do or came short of options. It wasn't the greatest performance, but let's be serious, it didn't need to be the greatest or prettiest performances. We just didn't need to lose by 2 goals or more. And like I said, job done. A lot of people, again, that have said that Solanke's not up to par or whatever, again, at the crucial time, at the crucial moment, he's there to get another goal that set it away. I think we've all said, and you had it in your player rating of the month of April, that Porro was the top man. He's come back into form. It's just, listen, this is a day for all Spurs fans to be absolutely delighted. We are in a European final. North London finals aren't for everyone. So, listen, let's all enjoy this moment. We're in a final, 2 weeks away. Hopefully, we are holding a trophy and the drought is over. And today, like I said, a very, very disciplined performance.
Absolutely. And I completely agree. And I think, you know, we've kind of stumbled upon this Basuma and Bentancur kind of partnership last week at home. Is that something you want to see happen in the final?
Do you know what, in the fight, do you know what, with United, I mean, obviously we know Maddison is out, don't we? Mm-hmm. So does he do that, or what other options has he got?
You know, Bergvall's out. Yeah, I guess you got Sarr there, and
Exactly. I'll tell you one thing. Kulusevski needs to get, I don't know if it's back on form or more minute. Again, it was another, listen, I don't really want to spend any time being dull or gloomy, but he just didn't add a lot to the game, did he? The team worked very, very, very hard. But from what we saw of Kulusevski at the start of the season, how proactive and how involved he was in everything, today not so much. But the other 10 men got it through. Tell came on. What a brilliant introduction.
Yeah.
And listen, it's a very, very happy day. I thought we were going to actually lose the tie, but go through an aggregate. And a team that have scored 2 goals minimum against most teams in Europe, well, Tottenham have stopped that. So no matter what you think about anything to do with this club, the manager, the owners, the players, are they good enough? Should they go? Whatever. Tottenham Hotspur are in a European final, and that's what we all dream of.
Yeah, it was a lot more comfortable than probably expected, wasn't it, tonight, Brian? And that's credit to the team and to the manager for you know, making sure that the team were prepared for tonight and making sure that they were doing all the right things, because I agree. I really thought it was going to be a lot more difficult tonight. But you got to say, it was probably done with minimal fuss, wouldn't you say?
I will say, until Solanke got the first one, it just looked like they were whipping in quite a few dangerous balls, didn't they? We're defending them excellently. Destiny got in a few brilliant challenges during the game. I think Destiny did well tonight. And it was getting a little bit nervy. Obviously, we had that 2-goal cushion, but they looked like they were in the ascendancy. But that first goal just nipped it in the bud, wasn't it? And you know what, the Spurs fans, once again, the loyal Spurs fans that have made their trip out there were fantastic. And another thing I want to praise the club for, and for me, and Sim, I don't know if you feel the same or the people in the chat, the fan engagement and the fact, like the scarves and stuff, this has all come in since there's no coincidence. This is Vinay, who a lot of Arsenal fans have said he was incredible at fan engagement. We've never been doing things like this, or Return of the Shelf and Spurs flags and Spurs song sheets, being able to set up what they did last Thursday. So Vinay is already kind of making his imprint on the fan engagement side. And again, like I said, today is a very, very proud day for everyone associated with Tottenham Hotspur, and I will include Daniel Levy with that. It's a proud day for everyone at Spurs.
So you include Daniel Levy in terms of he gets credit for us being there, or
listen? Everyone knows my feelings on Levy. Right here, right now, people might say, "Yeah, we've done it in spite of him or whatever." I don't care. We've got to. See you later, Rob, brother. We've got to a European final, and everyone from top to bottom has played a part in it, no matter how big or how small. Does it change my feeling on Levy? Not in the slightest. But like I said, I always say, if I'm big enough to criticise, I've got to be man enough to credit. And at the moment, right here, right now, every Spurs fan, no matter what time of the day it is, stupid o'clock in the morning, late at night, all as one, it is a very, very happy, proud day to be a Spurs fan.
So talk to me about the final, 21st of May. We've got Man United who have just dispatched Bilbao with 7-1 on aggregate. Credit to them. I didn't think they would do that. So what are your feelings about playing Man United in the final?
Mate, I wanted Bilbao, I'm going to be honest. And the only reason I wanted Bilbao is United in finals now to get the job done. As we know, the last 2 years, listen, we're in the final. If Spurs turn up, it's just, you know what, for the next 2 days, 2 games, we've got to play the kids. He's got to wrap everyone up in cotton wool. It's got to be give Mikey more minutes, give as many people minutes as possible, so everyone is ready and razor sharp for this. And hopefully, the drought is over and we can say that we've won a trophy again. Very, very happy now, thank God, that we've got that game moved with Villa. And we got the job done. So there's going to be no excuses. We're going to have the same rest. We've beaten them 3 times. Let's just hope it becomes a 4th.
And now talk to me about what would winning this competition for you in terms of Ange and his position and your stance on him. If he was to go all the way, one more step in Bilbao on the 21st of May, if he was to go and lift that European trophy, would that change? Would that change anything? What would that mean for you in terms of his position?
I would be eternally grateful to him, eternally grateful. But listen, a lot of people will come for me or whatever. I'm not really concerned right now. I don't think, with his record in the transfer market, with the system that we play in the Champions League, and we've seen how high that level is, I don't think we can compete. And I don't want it to be like what Manchester United did with Ten Hag last season. Give him a load of money, get off to a sloppy start, and then pull the plug, and then it's harder to get a manager. Be internally grateful to him, but I just can't see it working. So my feelings on that don't change. But like I said, I'm always man enough to give praise and credit, and he does deserve credit for steering Spurs with all the adversity and everything that's been going on to getting Spurs to a European final.
Just to touch on that, do you feel like, the way we've played away at Frankfurt, away of Bodo, has that not been evidence that he can, change and adapt a bit, and when it calls for it?
But this is the thing, he does it in Europe, and when we've done this, like when we beat City away in the 4-0, when he did it when we played Brentford at home and beat them, he does it for the odd game, then reverts back to type. I would love to see us play like this in the Premier. If he played like this in the Premiership a few more times, and we picked up more points, I'd have no problem. You got to remember, you stuck in there for ages, Sim. I was completely Ange in until the North London derby in January. So I'm not exactly one of those ones that have been saying it since last summer or last season. but I just can't see it working with the style of play, injuries. So if he wins it, for me, it would be the perfect way to sign off and start fresh. And like I said, I would be eternally grateful to him.
Fair enough. But Brian, you're going to try and make your way to Bilbao or no chance? Any chance
Mate,
you're going to try and make out there?
Remember, I've got my surgery on Monday. I can't fly for a month. But I'm still coming to the Scotland Yard. I'm going to have to get myself a Kulusevski mask because I can't risk anyone running into me and collapsing my nose.
Can they still hear him? Sorry, you've just crashed on screen, Brian. Sorry, but I think they can still hear you. Oh, there you go. You're back. You're back.
I'm back. So if people didn't hear, like I said, it would either be at the Scotland Yard or watching it back home with my dad. And I can't get home to watch it with my dad because I can't fly. So the Scotland Yard it will be.
Absolutely. Brian, it's been a pleasure talking to you as always, my friend.
Always be well. Have a great night and playing green every week. Come on, you Spurs.
Petition to get playing green in the final, that's for sure. Come on, playing green in that final. That was Brian Daigle, who's very, very excited about getting to that European final and potentially winning that trophy in Bilbao. Let's get, first of all, before we get George on, let's quickly run through these super chats before we get George on. We have Flambo123 says, F it. If we win the whole thing, special guest Harry Kane on the parade bus. Come on, give him his flowers, Harry. Give him his flowers. Malware says, it's meant for us. Kane broke the curse. He got his. Now it's our turn. Let's go. We are in a freaking final, boys. And Robin Hanuki says, Aussie Everton fan back again. Congrats, boys, on the W. Go pump Man United. Back Ange all the way. And he says, come on, you Blues, because he's an Everton fan. Let's get George on the stream. George, lovely to see you, my friend.
Oh, you see me and hear me? You fall frozen.
I can see you. Sorry, I can see. I think everyone can see you and hear you, but
there we go.
Everything's all right. George, it's a fantastic night. We're in a European final. What are your feelings?
My feelings are it's bloody good to come on and feel happy for once. I love it. This is good, man. I could get used to this.
Don't get too used to it as a Tottenham fan, but enjoy it while it lasts. Is I think the fair advice I would give. But let's just talk about tonight. What did you think about the performance and how we went about the game?
First of all, it's bloody hard to follow Brian because he has said everything and he's hit the nail on the head. Even to the point of like, I'm as big of a Levy out. Well, like, no one can be as big as Brian, but I'm close to the levels of Levy out that he is. And even I would say the exact same thing. I can't knock anything. We're in a final. Let's fucking go.
Absolutely. In terms of tonight's performance, you feel like we were deserved winners tonight? Like, going into the game, a lot of people expecting a difficult encounter against a team with a brilliant home record in difficult conditions. So how did you feel we dealt with all that tonight?
It was a weird one. I felt the build-up to it, a lot of doubt was placed on the pitch. But these are professional players at the end of the day. Like, they should be able to play on whatever. Like, I didn't see that being a problem. I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad that it was as assured of a performance as it was. I thought that we would concede at first goal, and then we'd be on the back foot, and in typical Spurs, we'd be worrying, panicking. I didn't think we'd actually go on to lose. I think it was going to stay as 1-0. Maybe go to eventually like 2-1 if we equalised and they scored again. But I'm so happy that even to the point the penalty was overturned, I'm glad of that because at least that was 100% sure we kept the clean sheet. If that penalty was given, it's too risky to give away the fact of keeping the clean sheet.
We deserved the clean sheet though, didn't we? We deserved the clean sheet, didn't we? Deserved the clean sheet, didn't we?
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. All the players on the pitch, I can't say a bad thing about any one of them. Because we got through. That's the job done. That was it. That's the only important thing. Awesome.
And what do you think about, and in terms of how the manager set the team up tonight and how we approach the game? What do you think of that?
As I'm sure you know, like anyone who's ever seen me come on before, I'm even more Angian than you are. Yeah, I can see where he hasn't set team up in Premier League. I can see why people aren't happy with it, of course. But today, I think it worked. It wasn't Ange ball. It was just play for the win and got through it. Shows some kind of adaptability from him, which is good. And if we go and win it, he's the most successful manager in 33 seasons. Guy deserves a statue. And that's not me that said that. I've been told that from other people who have been Ange out. Maybe a bit tongue in cheek, but I say go for it if he gets us over the line.
Yeah, I think, and look, if he gets over the line, he's done more than any other Tottenham manager has done, probably since Keith Birkinshaw, or like in the 1980s in terms of silverware, and it'll be a massive moment for this football club. But do you feel like in terms of a lot of the criticism, maybe what people will say is, the tournament this season isn't as strong, and maybe he's lucky that the Europa League is weaker this year and all these different things. What would you say to that if we were to go and win it?
Yeah, of course, there's always going to be two sides to the same coin. I mean, an example before this game, look what Arsene Wenger came out and said about the winner of this not getting in, shouldn't be able to get into the Champions League. Sorry, really stumbled over my words there. And then what Ange come out and said about, oh yeah, but if it wasn't Spurs, you wouldn't be saying that, essentially, for want of a better phrase. And that does resonate. It really does. I'm on cloud nine. I can't even think straight. I've already forgotten how you phrased that question. I'm just on cloud nine, man.
I think you're not the only one. I think there's a lot of Tottenham fans who are ready to go out and celebrate tonight and get ready for a big European finals. We're talking about the final in Bilbao. Man United, we play. How do you feel about facing them? Are you confident? Well, what are your feelings about that?
As the famous KPV says, we've beaten Man United 3 times this season, and we'll do it again on the 21st of May. Come on, you Spurs.
Absolutely. So you're confident?
Yeah. I'm a Spurs fan. I'm never going to be 100% confident. But I would prefer Man United over Bilbao. I would have done. Because it would have been in their own home stadium. They would have naturally from that had a louder fan base. I think this is more of a level playing field going into it against Man United. And again, as you were saying on the post-match reaction before you brought us all on, it's just the name. It's just the name on the tin. Same with us. Hopefully they're going to go into it and go, oh, it's just Spurs. Mm-hmm. Boys, it's just Tottenham. We're going to win. Hopefully they're a bit complacent. I doubt it, but hopefully they will be.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing I want to say is I don't want to say anything negative. I want everyone to just live on the positive, on the hype train, just enjoy it, because it's not going to last. It's not going to last forever. Even if it lasts this season, it might stop next season. Enjoy the moment, live in it. Don't find negatives in everything, as a lot of people in comment sections on YouTube do.
In terms of if we do go and win that final, how much vindication do you think that gives a lot of people who've been criticising? Give Ange to the people who've been criticising him a lot this season for lots of different things. Whether it be his tactics or how he talks to the media and how brash he is and his confidence and all these different things. How much vindication would it give to him if he was to go and win it?
I'd give him a lot. Of course it would. He's said from the start he wins stuff in his second season. I said that 3 games into the season when there was a comment that someone said to me when I said we're going to win trophies this season, or a trophy at least this season. They said, "Oh, wait and see. Ange will be sacked before the second half of the season. You won't be in anything. You'll be relegated and stuff like that." They were almost right with the Premier League side of things. Ange is still here. We're in a final. We might win something. He might follow through on what he said and on his promises. For me, at the beginning of the season, I said a silverware of some kind is a must this season. We're sat here in, May now? And that's still a potential factor, even more so than it was at the beginning of the season. For me, it's a successful season. I know people will disagree with that, but for me, it is a successful season. And again, if we win, the most successful season in 33 years, because I deem this competition to be harder to win and a better competition than the Milk Cup that we won in 2008.
I agree as well. George?
That's just my justification.
Yeah, absolutely. But George, it's lovely to see you again. Lovely to speak to you. Enjoy tonight. Look forward to the final, and we'll see you very soon.
As always, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, love it.
It's
all the coins on his knuckles. Absolutely phenomenal. Everyone on a cloud nine at the moment. Everyone very, very excited. I think do we have another super chat that I missed? Martin Gower said, I'll give you a $5 just to shut Brian up. When is a manager going to be enough for a Spurs fan? Oh, come on. Let's don't need to shut him up. He's entitled to his opinion. Let's get the man who's all the way in the Arctic Circle. I don't know how he's got signal there, but he's just about managed to call in. Ben!
Run away! Run away! To Bilbao! We're on our way!
Unbelievable night.
Oh, we get there, I don't care. All I know is Tottenham's on their way. I am gassed!
What a night out there in Bilbao. First of all, tell me about what it's like being there in the Arctic Circle in Bodo.
It's incredible. It was raining down on us for the whole of the 90 minutes. Did we care? Of course we didn't care. We partied all game, particularly when the first goal went in. You know what? It was straight from the second half. I think going in at halftime 0-0, everyone just got the sense after that to say that, you know, this is nearly job done there. And when we got the first goal, that was it. It was just pure party mode. Pure party mode from then until the end. I promise you, yeah, after we scored, I don't think I watched another kick of the game. I don't think I saw anything from that game after we scored the first goal, and it was just pure party mode. Unbelievable to be here. The locals are so friendly. I mean, I tell you what, Sim, I've never been, like, as an away fan in Europe, been so welcomed to a country before. The locals here are just incredible. And even after the game, they're coming up to me, they're high-fiving me, they're hugging me, they're saying good luck in the final. It's just incredible people here.
That's really great to hear. And you have to say, I think the game probably went easier than expected, is fair to say. I think Bodo probably didn't put up as much of a fight, especially in their home ground, than we were expecting before the game.
And, you know, I really thought, like, I was waiting for this, like, Bodo onslaught that we're all told that was going to come. And, like, 10 minutes gone, didn't come, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I was literally waiting the whole of the first half. I was like, when's this coming? And it just didn't. And I think you've got to give massive credit to the team and how they're managing these Europa League games at the moment, because second leg at Frankfurt, we hardly gave up a chance. Even the first leg, we didn't give them a sniff, really. You know, they had a couple of chances. But over these two legs, Bodo had one shot on target throughout the whole two legs or something? They didn't have a shot on target today, I don't think, did they?
Maybe one, but I can't, not two. I think it says here Vicario made 2 saves, but I think they were just not real chances.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel threatened throughout that whole 90 minutes today. And you've got to give a credit to the team for how resolute they've been over these two ties, the quarterfinal and the semi-final. And if we can be as resolute like that in Bilbao, we've got a big chance of winning this trophy, guys.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think in terms of just sticking with tonight for now, I think it was very impressive how we kind of dealt with Bodo. I think those Basuma, Bentancur, I think, again, that double pivot was brilliant, I think, in the middle. But, you know, there's all the narrative about the, you know, artificial pitch, the conditions about being in the Arctic Circle playing a big part, but didn't seem to play a big part, did it?
Nah, not at all. And you know what? Like, I was actually warm throughout the day. Like, I came so prepared. I've got long johns on. I've got 2 pairs of socks. I've got a jumper under my jumper. And I was too hot. I was way too hot, man. I shouldn't have gone so wrapped up. But look,
you don't look very hot now. I can say that.
I am not. I've been jumping up and down. I've been going absolutely nuts. The 404 away fans in that away end today literally just partied like their life depended on it. It was like just so nice to see Spurs fans all come together, all so happy. It was just unbelievable, man. It really was. And massive credit to everyone. I mean, it was just a perfect day. Perfect.
Yeah, and we kind of got through it with minimal fuss. It was surprising kind of how comfortable it was, wasn't it? Especially after we got that goal, as you say, it was kind of party time from that point, and we got the second, and that was it. Talked about celebrations after the game. We saw on the TV cameras the players coming over. Was anything you saw that was, stood out to you in that moment?
Mate, everything stood out to me. Everything stood out to me. Basuma coming straight away, players jumping into the away end. It was absolute scenes, and everything's. Cheers. Thank you. Everything is recorded on the Samsung, and I can't get connection on there, so I need to upload everything. But I've got a lot of content to upload, and I can't wait to produce it for you guys because this was absolute scenes at the Asmara today. Absolute scenes. And
you got enough connection to talk to me?
Yeah, but for some reason the hotspot won't work, so I can't hotspot my other phone.
I see hotspot issues. Any chance for Ange tonight?
Any chance for what?
Ange, any chance?
Oh no, not one.
Disappointing.
Look, it is what it is. Basically, the only thing Spurs chanted in the second half, it was, we're on our way to Bilbao, we're on our way. Literally constant from minute 45 right until the end, until probably 20 minutes after the final whistle, half an hour after. That's all we chanted tonight.
Fair enough. Yeah, 400. What was it like being in a away with 400 fans?
It was surreal, man. It really was surreal. It felt like, from what I saw at Tamworth, that's what it felt like. Artificial pitch, really small away end. But everyone was singing off the same hymn sheet tonight, man. It was incredible to be a part of it.
Phenomenal. And
where's Josh King, that battle job? Where's his?
He had to cut and run. Unfortunately. So just got me. But he was absolutely buzzing, as we all are tonight. Tell me about, in terms of the final, Bilbao on the 21st of May. Man United dispatched of Bilbao quite easily tonight, winning 4-1 and 3-0 in the away leg. So how are you feeling, up against United in that final? How are we feeling towards that game?
I'm not going to lie, like seeing them dispatch Bilbao the way that they did and how easy it was for them is a worry. On top of that, they know how to navigate these situations. 2 cup final wins in the last 2 years against both teams, better than them. So, look, we're going to need to go there. We need to go there full of confidence. We need to go there as resolute as we have been over the quarterfinals and the semi-finals. And if we can keep them at arm's length, like we did to Frankfurt and Bodo, then why can't we win this cup final?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting, isn't it? Away to Frankfurt, away, and probably both games against Bodo, especially this one, you would say we played a very different brand and style of football, haven't we, than we've seen for a lot of this season. Many games, huh?
Not Ange Ball.
Well, Ange's the one playing it. He can't be. I don't think he's telling them not to do that, is he?
Not like classic Ange Ball.
No, it's not. But is he adapting? What do you think it is?
I don't know what it is, but it's unbelievable what we're seeing. This is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see him, change it up in certain situations. And you've got to give him full credit for doing that right now. We're in the pivotal part of the season. Quarterfinals, he did it. Semi-finals, he's done it. And now I'm fully expecting it in the final. He's brought the belief fully to this fan base. And I think everyone thinks that we're going to go and win it now.
Absolutely. And to you?
Yeah, 100%. 100% we're going to win it. How can I be here in Bodo, witness what I've just witnessed, and say we're not going to win it? Of course we're going to win it. We're going to Bilbao for the trophy, mate.
Unbelievable. And are you looking forward to coming back in the studio in a few hours to talk about this?
I think my head might be pounding. I'm not going to have much sleep, but I can't wait to get in there and run through it all again.
How's the beer out there?
Bloody expensive, but really tasty.
Bloody expensive but bloody tasty. Lovely. Fantastic. I bet it tastes good after that win. I bet it tastes good.
I haven't had a sip after the win. I've only had it before, so I need to get myself another one. But I'm at the airport now.
How long till your flight?
About an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Well, it was a great night. Glorious night for all Tottenham fans.
Come on.
Unbelievable. Enjoy. Good luck. Have a safe flight home. I'll see you in the morning.
And you know what? Big up the Sport Options as well, because they just supply everyone with free beers on the flight. It's unbelievable.
Incredible. Getting you ready for the game. Fantastic.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Nice one. See you tomorrow.
Coys.
Come on, you Spurs. That was Ben in the Arctic Circle, head pounding, having a great time out there in Norway. But yeah, he looks like he's on cloud nine out there, quite literally on cloud nine, I think you could say. Let's get Mark on the channel. Mark, good to have you on, my friend. How are you doing?
It's been amazing. Amazing. Oh my goodness. I'm so freaking happy. How refreshing it is to actually have a clean sheet for once, you know?
Exactly. And a performance on a big night where everyone expected it would be difficult for us, but we seem to handle the pressure quite well tonight.
Oh yeah. We did well. And I think we just applied the pressure pretty well. Like, although people say, oh yeah, we didn't really apply pressure, I think we just applied it in a different way. And I like it. I really like it. We gave them a gradual pressure. We started to kind of push them more and more subtly into mistakes, and they just couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle us. And I'm so glad that the conditions and the pitch and all that stuff didn't even matter at the end. At the end of the day, it
Absolutely.
was amazing.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, it was a phenomenal, I think, performance, and I think the way we kind of changed and adapted was great. I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm just going to leave the shot just for a minute because I need to just run to the toilet. But I'm going to ask you, and then I'll come back. In terms of Ange tonight, how much credit do you kind of give him for maybe the way he adapted, or do you think it was his adaptations that gave us the kind of the way we played to win? I'll be back in 1 sec.
He's not answered the question. Is he not? Okay, I'll be back in a second.
Oh,
Mark, answer the question.
I guess to be honest, I think he did a good job. He did a good job. I think I would say that this version of Ange Ball isn't evolved. Ange Ball is what we needed. We needed this, and I think if we would have continued on if we continue on our Premier League campaign this way, playing this way, and only turn up like classic Ange Ball when we need to, then we can win way more games. I think this is what I've been wanting from Ange for a long time. I really do think that Ange has been way too aggressive in his play, but I think if he continues to play like this, and let's just say he stays for next season, then I 100% will be like, okay, I'm Ange 100%. As long as he knows when to actually go full out and when to step it back. Like amazing, absolutely amazing. And I think this evolution of Ange Ball that we're starting to see, I think, is something amazing. It's amazing.
I'm back. Apologies, I was just absolutely dying. No, but yeah, look, sorry, obviously I didn't get what you were saying. But let's talk about the final in terms of getting Man United on the 21st in Bilbao. Tell me about your feelings about playing Man United. A lot of people are nervous. Carragher said there's no chance Tottenham beat Man United in the European final. What do you think about that statement?
Well, first of all, Carragher says a lot of stuff. So he says a lot of stuff. Like, and part of stuff, some stuff I say he agrees, but like he's just very, very out there. I don't know if I don't want to be 100% overconfident, but I think if we are cautious and we continue playing the way that we've been playing, we'll be fine. I just don't. It's up to the players and it's up to Ange how they're going to handle the pressure, because we have momentum here. We have it, and I think we can build more momentum if we play the Premier League the way we played today. Mm-hmm. I think if we continue to do this, play the way we've been playing, and then apply the classic Ange Ball that we've been looking at when we need to, we'll be fine.
Do you think he can do that? Do you think he will do that?
I don't know. I don't know, because based off like what we've been seeing, it's like we see a different Spurs for Europa League, and then we see what we've been seeing for the past pretty much 6 months, you know, we in the Premier League, it's just like everything is up in the air. But I'm at least we have a chance, you know. Unlike some others, wearing red, we have a chance, you know. But it would be amazing if we could win it. It would be awesome, personally, because it'll be a good birthday gift for me. Because then the day after would be my birthday, so that would be awesome. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, and since I kind of live in a kind of like divided-ish household, you know, where one of my sisters loves uh, Arsenal. I can hold this over her head forever. That would be awesome. But it would be awesome if we could just do what we were doing. We were doing just fine. And what I did notice is that the last time we had a clean sheet, we didn't dominate in possession. And this was with Frankfurt. We weren't dominating possession, but we were clinical when we needed to be. And that's what I needed. And that's what I've been asking ever since I started coming on here, to be more clinical and to have better finishing. And we did. We're doing what we needed to do. And I think we'll be just fine if we continue doing it.
And so you think if he wins this competition, are you happy for him to remain as manager next season?
I would say yes, with the caveat. As long as he continues to do and play the way we've been playing in Europa League, we'll be fine. I will be more than happy. It's on him now. I would say if I wouldn't mind, having him along. I'm still a little bit on the fence, I will say, but if he continues this campaign and other campaigns starting this way, the way we played tonight, where we don't have to be crazy for the possession, just attack when we absolutely need to, right? I do think that the classic handball is good when we need it. We don't have to go full on, go crazy, 100% of the time. I think if we're fine, if we continue to apply the pressure when we need to, when we are defensive like we did today, be defensive, amazing defense today. If we continue doing that, we'll be fine.
All right, Mark, where are you calling from, Mark?
I'm calling from Illinois. I'm at my university right now, so.
Big up to you. Appreciate you calling in, mate. Please call in again. Nice to see you, my friend. And we'll see you soon.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Big up to Mark. What a guy. You've been calling for him in the chat. You've been saying, get him on. Where's Stelios? He only comes on after we lose. You've been calling for him to show his face. You've been calling for him to step up. Well, here he is in the flesh. Let's get Stel on. Stelios, nice to see you, my friend. Nice of you to call in. How are we doing tonight?
Listen, I'm delighted, man. Spurs in a cup final. I'm a Spurs fan through and through. I've got my views on the owners. I've got my view on Ange, but this is why we do it, man. We want to be in a cup final. I want to be in a cup final. So if people want to come for me, they want to call for me,
they will.
Go for it, man. Go for it. Go for it. At the end of the day, I want Spurs to win trophies above anything else. My opinions might resonate with some. They might rattle others. Win the trophy now. Because if not, then all of this was for nothing. But it's a 50-50 game. What I will say, though, Sim, is this. Okay? What I will say is this. Any Arsenal fans watching this show, and any Arsenal fans who watch any Spurs content today, tomorrow, I'm reaching out to you, fellow North London brethren. Man City could win the FA Cup. Liverpool have won the Premier League. Newcastle have won the Carabao Cup. And now Man United are in the Europa Cup final. We, as North London brothers, cannot allow all these northern sides to dominate the trophies. For North London, it's time for N17 and N7 to unite behind Tottenham Hotspur. For North London, for the pride of North London, get behind Tottenham, Arsenal fans. Back the Lily Whites on this one-off occasion. For North London, we've got to unite. So, Sim, It's a rally cry to unite the North London fan base. And as their song says, North London forever, whatever the weather. And Sim, I hope they see sense. And they just back Tottenham for this one game. For North London, man. You know, it's for North London, Sim. So.
For the South. Come on, boys. Stel, talking about the game tonight, were you surprised with what you saw, with how we approached it and, you know, how comfortable we were?
I thought Ange nailed it. I thought Ange absolutely nailed it. Defensively, we were a little bit more deeper. We didn't play gung-ho. We flooded the midfield to suffocate Berg. Every time Bodo Glimt did try to get Berg on the ball to start pulling the strings, I thought Basuma, Bentancur were on it. Van de Ven pushed high and wide to suffocate the attacks down the flanks. Yes, at times it was a little bit risky, but you know what? It worked. And if it works, I can't come on here and criticise. I can't come on here and slam Ange and say he's a fraud and say he's crap. Tonight, the tactic was bang on the money. I thought it was similar to the way we played against Frankfurt, where we were a bit more pragmatic. And you know what? With a 2-0 lead, that's all we had to do. Be a bit defensive. Don't go gung-ho. We weren't gung-ho. And we didn't give Bodo the space I think they were hoping to get at home. We had a few little scares, but I thought Bodo were going to be a lot better than that, because they've been a really, really good side at home throughout this campaign. And tonight, they weren't anything special. And I think it's not down to them not trying. I think tactically, we got it spot on. I thought Romero, who a lot of people criticise, had an excellent game tonight. I thought Udogie was bang on it tonight with a couple of good last-ditch blocks and tackles. Overall, tactically, Spurs, we nailed it. And listen, that's down to Ange. Tonight, I'm complimenting Ange. He crushed it. I'm not going to apologise yet. And I do apologise. The first apology will be to you, Sim. Right? You're the first one.
I was waiting for that.
But we've got to win that trophy now. Otherwise, it's same old, same old. We've been here before. But look, just on today, look, I'm happy, man. We're all wearing the Spurs badge tonight, no matter what your views are. We've all got the badge on tonight. I'm sure everyone that's coming on tonight is going to wear the badge. And it's about us now winning that trophy. And I hope we win it. And I'm mudded. I'm crucified. I'm called every name under the sun. I won't care because I'll be so drunk, right? I'll be so drunk. I won't care. But hats off to Ange, man. Tactically, he got it spot on. We weren't gung-ho. We were a bit more pragmatic. He got a lot of players in that midfield and we shut them down, man. And we did what no other team really in Europa has done this year, and that's to go to their ground and pretty much, I'm not going to say control the game, but we didn't let them be the team that they wanted to be tonight. And I thought they were going to win it tonight. I thought Bodo were going to go through. So there you go, man. I got it wrong, and Ange is he's laughing at me tonight, and I've got to sit here and swallow it up.
A Stella apology is such a rare commodity. I don't know what I'd rather, the trophy or a Stella apology if we win that final. In terms of but in terms of, you know, how you're saying we approached the game in terms of Ange tactically, you know, you say you saw elements of that against Frankfurt, maybe arguably elements of that in the first leg as well, given that, you know, in the second half, I think in the first leg Bodo had 70% possession. We had to sit, you know, a bit deeper. So do you think there are signs of him adapting at the moment, or do you think there's another reason why we played this way?
I think he's realised in Europe that he can't play how he plays in the Premier League, because the Premier League is a disaster. It's been an absolutely abysmal campaign, the worst we've seen. And I think he's just realised, you know, I can't do this in Europe as well because it's not going to work. And by him adapting his tactic, and because it worked against Frankfurt, why would you not stick to the formula that works? Why would you not keep that approach if you're getting the results? So I think he has adapted. I don't know why he doesn't do it as much in the Premier League. That's a bit of a conundrum. It doesn't really make sense. But you know what, Sim? I want to just focus on the Europa. If he loses the rest of the league games and we finish 17th, but we win the Europa, who's going to give a shit? we're not going to give an absolute damn, right? I am gutted, though, that we're not going to have Maddison and Bergvall for the final, because we never seem to have our fully strength squad when we get to these big games. You know, against Liverpool in the Champions League, we sold Dembele before the final, didn't replace him. Harry Kane was semi-injured. We ended up having to play midfielder Sissoko and Winks against Liverpool. And it's just, I would have liked to have gone into this Man United game with Maddison in the 10, because Kulu tonight for me wasn't very good. There's one negative from tonight. I thought Kulu was diabolical. And what do you do? Well, you play Bergvall there. Well, he's injured. So it's like, shit. Who do you play in the 10? And they're going to have some big game players that have won trophies in recent years, like Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes. These are big game players. Maguire's upped his game recently. We're going to need to win that midfield battle, Sim, if we win this trophy. If Spurs win the Europa Cup, it's because we win that midfield battle. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what he's going to do to fix that, because Basuma, you're thinking he's going to have to start. Bentancur 100% has to start. But that number 10 is a big conundrum for us. Do you risk Mikey Moore, or is it too big of an ask for a young lad?
Well, put him in the 10.
Yeah. Or is that too big of an ask for a young player?
Josh King next to me says we should put Odebear there. Odebear's had a few good games there in the 10.
I'm not against it, because I just don't think Kulu's going to be the solution. I don't fancy Kulu in that role, unless he goes to a back three and plays.
But is it right? Would it be right in such a big occasion to just change it all up, like in terms of how we've been playing in the last few Europa games?
You've got two and a half weeks to practice it. You've got the players that can do it. Imagine a back three in a European final of Van de Ven, Romero, Danzo. That's a pretty solid back three. And then you've got Udogie, Spence, Porro as three options that can be attacking fullbacks. And then you only need to play two holding mid, and then potentially you could play three almost strikers, one that plays as a false nine. And it's another way to approach the game. They won't be expecting that either. Look, I'm not saying do it, but we've got to find a way to get around the situation of playing, a 4-3-3 without that 10. It doesn't work. And tonight you saw it. But Bodo weren't that good tonight. We created through the middle. All the chances we had either came from crosses or balls that we kind of drilled in low from the wide areas. In terms of that area just outside the penalty box, we offered nothing tonight. And that's because Kulu played in that role. So I don't know, Sim. He's got to come up with something. He says he wins trophies in his second season. He's got to figure this out. I actually don't know what I would do with Bergvall and Maddison missing, other than to go to three at the back. Yeah.
In terms of the final in May, in Bilbao. As you mentioned, we are playing Man United. Is that a good thing that we're playing Man United, do you think? Or would you rather play Bilbao?
Well, with Bilbao's three main players all out, injured, their three top goal scorers, I want Bilbao. I want Bilbao. I wanted Bilbao before this game as well, only because I hate playing top six English sides in finals. We don't have a good record. Liverpool, Man United, when it comes to semi-finals and finals, our record against them is shocking. And we beat them 3 times this year, and now we're playing them when it matters. They've got the DNA and the heritage for this moment. We don't. But I guess if you're going to win a European trophy, no matter what level, at some point you've got to beat a team you don't want to play. And this is a team we don't want to play. When we beat Chelsea in 2008, we didn't want to play Chelsea, but we had to beat them. And when we won the FA Cup in 91, we didn't want to play Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest, but we had to beat them, and we did. And we had to beat Arsenal in the semi-finals. This is a game that I don't think any Spurs fan really wants. But if you're going to win a trophy, there's going to be that one game you've got to beat a team you don't want to play. So I don't think it matters, Sim, whether it's Bilbao or Man United. I don't think it matters. It's which team's going to want it the most on the day. because it's an English game, it's an English final, and it's that midfield that's going to decide it for me. Whoever bosses that midfield will win the Europa League final.
Are you confident?
When am I ever confident in?
Before you said it was 50-50, which is probably the most confident I've ever
When
seen
am I
you.
ever confident?
50-50 is probably the most confident I've ever seen you, I would say, Stel. But do you think...
Sim, deep down, and it's not me trying to trigger the audience or just be, clicks and whatever I get accused of. And I think Man United will lift it only because we don't have Maddison and Bergvall, and this is what Man United do. This is what Man United do, and so I think they probably will win it. But having said that, we're in it, and it's anyone's game on the day. And if one VAR decision goes against you, like the handball against Sissoko after 30 seconds, what if that happens to Man U and we get a penalty and we go 1-0 up? Anything's possible. At the end of the day, you've got to be in it to win it. We're in it. Arsenal aren't. So we've got a chance. And what we're going to do, what we always do as Spurs fans, we hope they turn up and we hope things fall for us and we end up happy at the end of the day. But Man United, man, this is what they do. So I think they're going to be the favourites for this. But we've beaten them 3 times. So we've got some confidence about us. We know we can beat them, right? We know we can beat Man United. We've done it 3 times. Can we make it 4 when it matters? When it matters, can we make it 4?
Angela's press conference has said, I love winning. It's what I've done my whole career. People dismiss it, and that's fine. But I love winning, and I love the way the boys understood that what we needed to do tonight. What do you think about... he seems confident that we're going to go all the way. I'm sure he does. Do you feel like we're winning that? I know I'm not going to talk about whether he stays or not, if we win it, because we've discussed that. But do you feel like if he was to win that trophy, for him that is vindication of a lot of the excuses or reasons he's made for why this season has been going so wrong for a lot of the season? If he was to win the trophy.
A lot of Spurs fans who are Ange out have said that regardless of winning the Europa Cup, he's got to go.
Yeah.
I've said, and I'm a massive Ange out. I don't want him at the club, but I've said if he wins the Europa, you've got to give him the start of next season.
Yeah.
I think he has put credit in the bank to be given a chance at the start of next season. And we assess it by November, December. And if it's same old, then sack him.
No, I understand. I wasn't asking about whether we should keep him because I know your position on that. I'm just asking, do you think he himself has been vindicated with that Europa League win? Not in terms of just his job. Like, do you feel like a lot of the criticism about him, maybe from you, but a lot from a lot of people, not just you, like...
Yeah.
But is, like...
If
he was to win it...
I'll get your question. Yeah. If Ange wins the Europa Cup, he has literally told every single one of us to piss off. Shut your mouth. Don't ever talk about football again. If Ange wins the Europa Cup, I've told you, I'm coming on here. I'm apologising to you. It's going to be the most painful video I've ever made. I'm dreading it. Nobody can criticise Ange if he wins the Europa Cup. Nobody. Even the most hardest of hardest Ange outers, because the guy would have done something no manager's done in 16 years and win Spurs a trophy. He would have done what no manager's done in 4 decades, and that is to win a European trophy. Like, we can't just dismiss that, man. We're Spurs fans. We need it. And he would have put a trophy in the cabinet, which is what Conte, Poch, Redknapp, Nuno, Stellini, Mason, AVB, how many managers couldn't do it? They couldn't do it. And this guy comes along against all the odds and wins us a trophy. Like, you can't. The guy's completely vindicated.
Well, would you
enough of a degree for us to not call him out anymore? But the league season can't be forgiven, Sim. It's been atrocious. But for me, I'll bury whatever grievances or frustrations and anger I've got towards him if he wins the Europa Cup, because he would have given me the one thing I've always said. I want trophies. I don't care about the football. And I am one of those fans that said, I'll take finishing mid-table if we win a trophy. So I can't now be a flip-flop and say, oh, well, look, you know, we're 16th and you've won a trophy. Isn't that what you were saying at the start of the season? Yeah, it is what I said. So personally, Sim, yeah, if he wins a trophy, I think he's shut me up for sure. I can't say shit. I can't.
What do you think about him saying people are getting ready? He's said it. He's reiterated it in the press conference now, but he said it beforehand as well, that people are getting ready to diminish the achievement if we were to go on and win it. You know, due to the league position and due to as well, the quality of the Europa League maybe isn't as good as in previous years and things like that. And we had a super chat. I don't want to call him out, but Jory had sent a super chat during the game saying, you know, we've only beaten one team on our level in this tournament, and you know, I'm guessing that's why he's saying that's why we've gone this far. What would you say to, you know, people trying to diminish maybe what achievement this could be?
I'll go back to what I said. To win a final, at some point you've got to beat a team you don't want to play. If we beat one of the biggest clubs in world football, Manchester United, whose current squad won a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup against top teams when it mattered, a team against all the odds themselves have beaten Bilbao, who were the favourites, and they've got to a final. If we win the Europa Cup, you can't diminish it, because we would have had to have beaten one of the global giants of football, Manchester United. Right? They might be shit in the league, but so are we. This club wins trophies. They win trophies when they're rubbish. They've got the DNA of winning, and they're in with a shout of doing it again. So if we beat them in the final, you can't diminish it, in my opinion, because, come on, man, beating Man United on any day of the week in the cup final is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they're not good in the league, they've just destroyed Bilbao, like 6-7-1 on aggregate. Bilbao are a top team. They're fourth in La Liga. So if we beat them, that puts a lot of credit on that trophy. And let's have it right. Both Spurs and Man United need to win that trophy to save their season and to save the next 2 seasons. Because if we don't win it, we're going to lose some top players. We're not going to have the money for players next season. Angie's going to get sacked. We're going to be absolutely in the mud as a football club. We're going to be in so much difficulty for the next 2 seasons. But they're in the same boat. They're in the exact same boat. So both teams need this. Like, they need this trophy. So if you beat a team that needs it just as much as you, and they've got the heritage, they've got the history, yeah, look, Sim, everyone's allowed their opinion. There's no way I would diminish winning this trophy. Not in a million years. Lazio wanted to win it. Roma wanted to win it. Bilbao wanted to win it. Real Sociedad wanted to win it. There's some good teams that are in this competition. We might have got the luck of the draw in some games, but even Frankfurt, you know, they're not a bad team. We beat them as well. So no, I don't think you can diminish it. No, not for me. I don't agree with Jory on that one. I agree with Jory a heck of a lot when it comes to Levy, but I don't think you can diminish this trophy. No.
So I think, Stel, we just need to add Bilbao to your T-shirt. Bill at the top there. Bilbao, just do it. I think that'll be good.
Mate, it'll be Bilbao. I'm sorry.
Big up to you, Stel. Appreciate you calling. A lot of people say you only call in after a defeat, so big up to you for calling in after a victory.
I don't hide. If I'm available, I'll come on. I just want to say, just finally, look, regarding whatever our views are, we've all got to get behind the boys for this final. No matter whether you're Ange in, Ange out, Levy in, Levy out, change for Tottenham, not for this. You love Johnson, you hate Johnson, you think Solanke's a waste of money, you think Solanke's great, whatever. We must come together as Spurs fans for this final. And North London, Brethren's Arsenal. Back the North London contingency. North London forever. And I'm out of here. Peace.
Big up to you, Stel. Thanks for calling in. That was Stel, a happy Stel, giving Tottenham and Ange credit. Who would have thought? But fair play to him for calling in. Nice for him. Nice to see him happy. Let's get someone who I'm sure is going to be happy, and I'm sure he's got nothing bad to say. Let's get Mr. Box Office on. Alex, good to see you, my friend. I'm sure it's happy days today. We're in a European final. Nothing to complain about. Everyone's on cloud nine. How are you feeling?
Firstly, let's just talk about this. Because you have Ben on, yeah, and I was saying to you, I want to come on and banter him to pieces because he's talking absolute waffle like he always does. You know what I mean?
About what?
Absolute waffle.
What was he waffling
You know what
about?
I mean?
What's he
Deluded
about?
every single time. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But the one thing I'll give him credit for, right? Because he obviously knows the news, yeah. Because these Ange fans that love to talk about it, he's going to be out of the off at the end of the season. I'll explain it later why. You know what I mean? Because you know, I'm getting to that good part already. But firstly, let's get straight to the point, right? To Tottenham fans, I predicted we were going to win this game. I told people we were going to win Bodo Glimt because I said it was only Bodo Glimt, right? Because people were saying, "Oh, it's going to be a challenge. Oh, it's going to be too hard. Oh, Bodo Glimt beat this team, this team, this team, this team." I said, "Well, we beat Frankfurt. We beat Frankfurt, right? You know what I mean?" And just shown his cards straight away after that. I was like, I'm confused because we've not seen this the whole season. We only seen it against Man City, Brentford. There was another team as well, Aston Villa. And so I was sitting there saying, well, when the chips, when the chips were down, and when he was up against it, and when people were saying he's got to win this game because he'll get sacked, right? Okay, he did what he did against Frankfurt, and then Lazio got beaten by Bodo Glimt. I'm sitting there saying, wow, it's opened up for us here. And then I had people sitting there saying, "Oh, you can't take Bodo Glimt lightly because Tottenham will be Spursy." I said, "Well, if I can't be confident against Bodo Glimt, what are we doing here? What are we actually doing here?" You know what I mean?
Well, but
and I was saying,
Alex,
"Well, you'll just be."
But Alex, previously, you know, under other managers, you know, more experienced managers, world-class managers, we've lost to the likes of Zagreb. You know, we've lost the likes of Ghent in the Europa League. Like, you can't take any European tie for granted, can you?
Well, firstly, this guy supposedly wins his second season as well.
So if he wins,
and he's off at the end of the season as well.
So if he wins,
he's off at the end of the season as well.
It's not an achievement if he wins it.
Well, yeah, because he wants to win. He wants to go out going sweet. Like I said, he's leaving at the end of the season. He's leaving at the end of the season. We all know he's leaving at the end of the season. Who's coming back in June?
Who?
You know who's coming back. Your favourite guy. You're Don.
Pochettino.
You're Don.
Oh, Paratici.
No, you're Don. Yeah, you know who's coming back. You know exactly who's coming back. And you know that this guy don't like this Ange Postecoglou. I think he's actually been told because he's been trolling us since Frankfurt. Look at what he's been saying since Frankfurt. Come on now.
What did he say?
I mean, I don't even know where you're looking to the side, bruv. So you're looking to your producer. Bruv, it's like, you know what's going on, bruv.
Well,
you know what's going on.
behind the camera. He's not up to the side.
Well, you know exactly what's going on. You know what I mean? So I don't know where everybody's like saying, "Oh, well, if he wins this, he wins that." Bruv, he is doing this. I bet you any money in that final, which will be a shit final, by the way, against Man United. It'll be a shit final, right? So it'll be 50-50.
Alex, we just got to European final. Can we not be happy?
But Sim, I'm talking football, bruv.
Football, yeah, I'm talking football.
Bro, I'm talking football with you, bruv.
European final. Is that not football?
I've been sitting for about 20 minutes, bruv, to give you some fucking lesson, bruv. Yeah, you know what I mean? Let Mr. Box Office talk some sense into you, yeah?
Okay.
Because Josh walked off because he knew what was coming by Mr. Box Office. You know what I mean? Because he couldn't take the main event. So that's the point, yeah, yeah. So let's get straight to the point.
Go on. Right? Get to the point.
Right? Listen. I'm just saying to the point, yeah, right. Today, we all we needed to do was keep it tight, right? It was easy. It was easy. Everyone was making a big deal about their home ground, and now everybody's surprised that we didn't win. Yes, I'll give them credit. We kept a clean sheet. We scored 2 goals because I thought we were going to lose. We were going to just get through 2-1.
So you were proved wrong.
Yeah, I was proved wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I thought they were going to lose. I thought we were going to lose 2-1. But I thought we were going to just get through. I thought we were going to get a goal and we are going to just get through.
And we won 2-0, yeah.
But we were expected to beat Bodo Glimt. So I'm not here to give credit to Bentancur, who that should be a standard performance for him, that Juventus reject. Yeah, right. So thank you for turning up for one game of the year. You know what I mean? Basuma, right, who's been okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, Romero, who's supposedly a top defender. Yeah, you should be turning up every single week, Marv. You know what I mean? Against Bodo Glimt every single time. So yeah. Oh, and Van der Ven, who's been injured most of the time, and Adoji and Poro, good goal, but I don't think he meant it. And Solanke, good header, yeah. But like I said,
what's the point?
I expected to beat Bodo Glimt.
So we don't. So you shouldn't be happy about it. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying I'm happy about it because I was always right. I said I was going to be right because I was getting people telling me you're flip flop, you're this, you're that. So I'm backing my team. I can't back my team to beat Bodo Glimt.
You said we were going to lose.
No, I said in the first leg I got it right. Right? I said we're going to beat them 3-1.
You said we're going to lose. You thought we were going to lose.
No,
tonight.
I said in the first leg we're going to beat them 3-1.
Okay.
We got it right. If you want to see it, go and watch Irish Hotspur.
Okay, but you just said just a minute ago that you thought we were going to lose.
Yeah, I got it wrong, but I said we're still going to get through overall, though. So, look, I'm sorry, but if that's not a proof that I back my team not to win, I don't know what else to say, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know?
But what's the point? What's the point here, Alex?
So the point I'm making is, right, is that we should, I think at the moment, right, that it's looking ominous. This guy's going to win and he's going to go afterwards. It's ominous. It's ominous. Because look at the league form and look what we've been doing in the league since then. Everyone was getting so worried, getting so angry about West Ham. What was the game? Liverpool when you got thrashed. I sat there and thought, he don't care about the league anymore. He can see from the lineups.
Yeah,
the lineups you can see straight away.
Is that not understandable when we're on the cusp of European glory?
Exactly, because he knows he's going at the end of the season. Why did he care about the league anymore?
No, because we got the Europa League to focus on. That's the only way back into Champions League football, and it's also the only way we get any glory with the trophy. Would you not?
Exactly.
Do you not want him to prioritise the Europa League?
Well, no. I'm just saying. Well, he is obviously going to do that because obviously, if he doesn't win. When he gets sacked, he's going to sit there and say, "What's going to make me look sweet? A European Cup," and he's going to be the best manager.
Well, yeah.
No, not the best manager. No, we don't say that. We don't say that. The most successful manager of the past 2 decades.
Yeah.
Yes, that's fact. Yes, yeah. And like I said on my channel as well. And by the way, I said this on my channel, Mr. Box Office TV, when everybody else was saying that we're going to lose. So you know what I mean. So. I don't know what else to say, Bob. You know what I mean? So yeah, you might sit there and say to me, oh well, why you're not happy and everything else. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm just telling you. I'm just explaining the point. I'm just being explicit about what I'm saying at the moment. No, Sim, don't behave yourself, bro. Behave yourself, bro.
You don't seem happy.
But behave yourself, bro. Behave yourself, bro. When it's showtime, when it's showtime with Mr. Main Event, yeah, I'm gonna be expressive, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like giddy like some of these other fans are, but I'm going to tell you how it is.
You said you're happy. I'd like to see some happiness. That's all.
Bro. Bro, I'm happy, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just expressing to you. I'm here to tell you how it is, bro. That's how it is every single time. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. And like I said, he's going to leave at this end of the season, and he's going to go out here sweet. You know what I mean? But I do think it's a 50-50 game against Man United. I think we'll win. Just because I think it's going to be. I think somehow we'll win the game.
He's going to win a European trophy.
Yeah, I think after Frankfurt, I was like, yeah, I think we've got this.
Okay, so that's good, isn't it?
No, I'm saying, yeah. Sim, behave yourself, Bob. I know it's good, Bob. I know it's good, Bob. Well, you know what I mean? Come on now. I'm just saying.
Let's get hyped. So let's get hyped, Alex. Let's get excited. We're going to be Europa League champions. You believe it. You believe.
Yeah, well, it's looking in the stars. That's what I'm saying because it just looks ominous at the moment, all right? Because I thought it was over after Frankfurt.
Do you think he should be sacked if he wins it?
Yeah, bro, he's getting sacked. He's getting sacked after.
Would you sack him?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Yes, I would. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. No, I'm not. I think he should be. I think he should have been. He should have been gone in December, and I've got it on good authority, right? Because I think you've got the right sources as well. That you know that Prodigy wanted him gone by in December.
I mean, I didn't hear that, but look, Do you do you not think it's that much of an achievement to win the Europa League?
Well, like I said, it's the most successful. I don't think we played anybody. I think Drury's absolutely spot on. You've only played Frankfurt. We've only played Frankfurt. Man United have had a harder draw. Absolutely 100%. Because you're telling me Alkmaar was challenged. Come on now. We made hard work of that. Frankfurt in the second leg, yeah, I'll give them that. Bodo Glimt was not a challenge. Bodo Glimt wasn't a challenge.
They beat Lazio.
Get this guy to be on mute. Get this guy to be on mute. Get the guy to be on mute. That Manny guy who's on mute. Get him on mute. We didn't play anybody. We didn't play anybody in this. We haven't played anybody in this competition. We haven't played like Real Madrid, Barcelona, or anybody like that. No, we haven't. So I'm sorry. Like I said, I expected us to beat Bodo Glimt. I expected us to beat Alkmaar, right? And Frankfurt was the only team that I thought, okay, right, if we don't, I don't think we're going to get through. So you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I mean, that's all I've got to say. You know what I mean? I don't think I've been actually saying anything negative here. I've said I believed we were going to get through.
Yeah, you just said I just want you to be happy,
you know what I mean?
Alex. That's all I want. It's all I've ever wanted, Alex, is for you to be
so
happy.
I don't know what else to say. You know what I mean? I'm just coming on to say what it is. I just think people just get too easily rattled too easy, and that's all I've got to say.
If you can't be happy after, if you can't be excited.
Bro, I'm happy, Bob. You know what I mean? I'm just expressing myself. I'm expressing myself, bro.
Express your happiness.
You know what I mean?
Express it.
Express it. Oh,
express
Bob.
your delight. Express your delight.
Oh, here we go. This is what I have to do with these kids. You know what I mean? These kids have to be this way every single time. You can't have it everything right. You know what I mean? I'm happy that we won, but I'm explaining what I'm saying. Explaining every single detail why I'm saying we were lucky to get through this. What?
You're kind of explaining reasons why we shouldn't be happy.
No, I'm saying I'm giving you reasons why that Ange Postecoglou won't be here next season, right? I'm giving you reasons why he's done what he's done because he knows this is his last ebb, being a Tottenham manager at the moment, right? Okay. The fact that I don't think we've had really anybody other than Frankfurt. You know what I mean? If Manny wants to debate me, bruv, get him on to debate me because obviously he wants to debate me, bruv. Get him on. If he wants to debate me,
we're gonna get him on, but Alex, we're gonna have to move on.
Okay, let him go anyway because you don't like me to debate anybody on here anyway. You know what I mean? Anyway, moving on.
You're talking to me.
You know what I mean?
You're talking to me.
No, but it's just like let this Manny come on if he wants to bloody debate me. You know what I mean? Because he's obviously wants to say something to Mr. Main Event. You know what I mean? I'm ready.
We're gonna give everyone their opportunity. We're not here for.
But anyway, I'll let it go anyway.
Maybe another
because
time.
Obviously.
I'll
let it go anyway.
Alex, you going on Sunday?
No, I'm not going on Sunday. No. The league doesn't matter. I agree with everybody. The league's done. The league's done and dusted. You know what I mean? So, we have to move on. And like I say, we'll see what happens in the cup final. You know what I mean? And that's it, really. We'll see what happens. And I think we've got a really good opportunity to win this competition right now. For me,
right. Good,
and I have predicted we're going to win. So but it will be a shit final.
You're so close to some positivity, and then you had the shit final.
Anyway,
all right, Alex.
It's
good to see you.
I'll speak to you later.
It's good to see you.
Take care.
Have a good evening. Alex apparently is delighted with getting through to the final. You wouldn't know it, but he's absolutely ecstatic. That's him being happy. Let's get Rocco on. Rocco, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing tonight? It's a great night to be a Tottenham fan. How are we feeling tonight?
Feeling great. A little bit confused now, but feeling pretty good.
Don't worry, that's just Alex. He's a great kid. He's a great guy. He's great. He's happy. He's happy tonight. Tell me about how you felt. In this big semi-final, big occasion. A lot of people saying it's going to be a difficult game for us away in Bodo on the artificial pitch and the Arctic Circle, and to come away with a 2-0 win, a clean sheet, and into the final. Tell me how you felt, like what you think about how we performed.
Oh, I'm absolutely delighted. I am absolutely delighted. I did feel during the first leg, I did feel a bit down when they got that goal, and I was worried that it was going to be Spurs all over again. But I'm so happy that we won today. I think it was a great performance, one of the best we've had so far this season. Obviously, not up to the City game or Villa or anything else, but I thought it was a fantastic game away to a team that has, I think we're only the second team that's beaten them in a long term, actually, at home to them. And for them not to concede a goal against us, that was fantastic by Ange. One of his best performances so far.
Go on. No, carry on.
We've got to a final. Conte couldn't do it, and he was meant to be one of the best managers that could do that. We're in a European semi-final, and that's amazing to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of Ange, do you feel like he adapted tonight? It was very similar to, performances against Frankfurt, maybe even Bodo in the first leg, Man City, as you said. So, a lot of people saying, well, this is an Ange ball, but when we're seeing it more and more often, at what point does it become Ange ball?
It's not Ange ball. Let's be real. This is a bag of tricks that he pulls out whenever he needs it. And whenever he believes that he needs it. But this should be Ange ball. This is what we should be seeing every week. But he hasn't given that to us. And that is still why I believe at the end of the season, no matter what happens in this final, he's gone. Barati doesn't like him. And 17th in the league is not good enough. I championed that being in the mid-table and having a trophy at the end of the season is perfectly fine. But if you're finishing 17th with 5 games left and you can't see where the points are coming from, still not good enough. But however, keep on a positive note, we're in a European final. But I don't think this is something that he pulls out every so often. I don't think it's Ange ball or how he would play if we kept him.
Do you not feel like, how if we do win the trophy in Bilbao, he's been banging on about why the performances and results have been the way they are for large periods of the Premier League season. And a lot of people have kind of dismissed those reasons. And if he was to get his players back and then win a major European trophy, would that not be, a major vindication for what he's been saying?
It probably would be, and I would say it would be. But again, at the end of the day, we're 17th in the league. I've been Angian for a long time. I think last time I came on was the first time that I said I was Ange out, but I'm Ange out still at the moment, but I've been Angian for 2 years. And because I love the way he played. But something that's woken up to me recently is looking at the way that Barcelona played, and I disagree with what you said earlier on in the watch along about how Hansi Flick plays the same sort of way Ange does. It's not. It looks similar, but it's not. There's something different about the way that they play. It's not just that they are better players. They control the game. We don't control the game. It's chaos. When we play, it's absolute chaos. There's no control. And even if there is control, it's hard for us to finish. But even with the excuses, which I've agreed with, when we did get our players back, we still have not looked good enough.
Yeah, but we could win we could win the Europa, though. Isn't that not good enough?
Yeah, but we struggled against AZ Alkmaar. We beat Frankfurt. One thing that I would agree with Mr. Box Office about madly is we haven't beaten anyone. Apart from Frankfurt, we haven't beaten anyone big. Man United is a big test for us. I believe we'll win. I think it'll be a fantastic final. I think we will win well, and this will be our first trophy in years. But we haven't beaten anyone to deserve to be where we are right now. We've beaten Bodo Glimt, who you joked about it during the draw. You didn't know who they were. It was a AZ Alkmaar. They had a former striker who's a Tottenham reject from the academy. We haven't beaten anyone that good to be where we are now, if you ignore the league phase, of course.
I understand that opinion, but I would argue, how many times have we underachieved in previous seasons in this kind of stage? If you look at the list of teams we've lost to in the Europa League knockout phase, lost to the likes of Ghent, lost to the likes of Basel, lost to the likes of Dinamo Zagreb 2-0 up in the first leg. Shakhtar Donetsk. So it's like these are the teams you have to beat, and we haven't, and we've continuously underachieved. So just to dismiss it as if we haven't played anyone when year after year, that's what's been letting us down, is losing to these kind of teams, isn't it?
I would agree with that, but I would also invite you to have a look at the Champions League campaign we had in 2019. Yeah. Look who we beat. That's the level that we should be on. That's the level that we left it on. I was actually looking at something the other day, and I think that was a massive turning point. That was where we are now, and now we're at the point where we are beating Bodo Glimt. Like, it's not good enough, but I'm not trying to say that if we win this trophy, which we are, I'm going to keep a positive mindset.
You're gone.
Sorry, I'm not diminishing the trophy. Like, we deserve to win it. We deserve to be where we are. We played well. And this is a major European trophy. This isn't the Conference League. We're not West Ham. We're not Chelsea. This is a major European trophy that plays the Champions League winner at the start of next season and gets us into the Champions League. But who we have beaten and the way that we've beaten them, it's just difficult to look at and say that it's not. We shouldn't be beating these teams better than we are, and we shouldn't already be beating them.
But in terms of the whole competition, if you're winning this competition, you've got Frankfurt, who I think are currently 4th or 3rd in the Bundesliga. You've got Bilbao, who are 4th in La Liga. You've got Lazio, who I think currently are 5th, but have spent most of the time 4th in Serie A. So these are teams in the top 4 of all major leagues who have been in this competition and aren't going to be in that final. So you can't. I can't. Sorry,
but we didn't beat them.
We beat Frankfurt, but it feels so easy. Why it feels so easy to beat all these teams? Why didn't they?
It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I apologize. I think my message has been cut off. It's my bad. What I'm trying to say is the competition's not easy. It was incredibly hard. I didn't have any expectation that it was going to be easy, but the teams that we have played, we should be beating better, in my opinion. I'm trying to word this in a way. And it's not acceptable that Ange should stay in next season. Well done to him. Should have a statue at the stadium. Not sarcastic. Should, for winning a trophy for the first time in years, and getting away from the trophy curse. But it's not good enough with the way that the league has been and the way that some of these matches have been. AZ Alkmaar is the biggest example.
All right, Rocco. Look, it was good to chat to you, mate. Nice to speak to you, and we'll see you soon.
Mate, see you soon.
See you, Rocco. That was Rocco. Let's get John who's in the back end. Let's get him on. John, nice to speak to you, my friend. Brilliant win tonight into a European final. How are you feeling?
Very well, thank you. How are you? I'm buzzing, man. I'm over the moon. First of all, I don't know why my name's John. I don't know why Zoom has been like that, but yeah.
What is your name?
Ed.
Ed. Sorry, Ed. It says as I'm reading John here. Ed, tell me how you in terms of tonight away in Bodo. In a difficult circumstances, we got the job done, didn't we? Tell me how you kind of feel about what you saw.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised about how bad Bodo kind of were. They're kind of nullified by our midfield. I think the defence stood up really well. Vicario had nothing really to do all game. So yeah, I think. Yeah, I was a bit confused. I was a bit confused and how surprised about how bad Bodo really were. So, yeah.
Yeah. What did you think it was them being bad, or do you think it was Tottenham making them bad? What do you think it was tonight?
A bit of both. I think it was a really professional performance, a really complete performance. We kept a clean sheet as well. we were just very good. We kind of stunned them a bit as well. That Poe goal fucking caught me off guard. That has to be a shot, surely, right? So, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, he's gonna say, it was a cross, but no, I think he meant it because no one was in the box. So no, I think he meant it. I think it was a shot.
In terms of the final in Bilbao, are we making it through against Man United? Are we taking the trophy home?
Hopefully. I mean, I'm not old enough to remember '84. I was 4 to remember '08. So I've barely any seen Spurs win anything in the Europa League. So hopefully I'm optimistic. I'm positive. But we've beaten Man United 3 times today this season. So there'll be classic Spurs to lose the one that actually matters. So, yeah,
that's Tottenham for you. How do you feel about the manager, about Ange, and how he did tonight, and how you think he's doing in general?
I mean, I'm Ange out. I turned Ange out after Chelsea. When he cupped his ears and he was kind of pissed off the Spurs fans and everything. But this guy should have gone after Leicester or Ipswich. To lose to these promoted sides when we've done really well against Luton, Burnley, Sheffield, we've got 18 points out of them. So I think the guy should have gone ages ago. But I'm gonna back him. Obviously, it's the Europa League final. So yeah, you got to back him. You put your Ange out, Ange differences to the side, and yeah, I'm pretty behind this. So yeah.
All right. John, Ed, I was nearly called you John again. Ed, lovely to see you, my friend. Thanks for calling in, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Sim. Love you, man.
Cheers, Ed. Love you too. Oh, how sweet. Thank you. Manny's gone. Is anyone else?
There is one more person.
One more person. One more time. Oh, wait, Manny's back. 2 more people. All right, let's get Manny.
Hear me?
You're back. Manny on the map. How are we doing, Manny?
I'm good. I'm just absolutely shocked. I'm shocked by what I'm hearing from Spurs fans.
Welcome to the Spurs community, Manny.
Absolutely incredible. It feels like the media has really got into people's heads about Spurs being nothing. Whatever we do has to be put down. Any achievement that we make, even though obviously we haven't achieved it yet, is not good enough. And people are going with the bandwagon. What do you mean we haven't played anyone? We've played Frankfurt. They're 3rd in the Bundesliga. They're going to be in the Champions League next season. They are above Dortmund, who are in the Champions League this season. Atletico Bilbao are 4th, right? And they played United. And to be fair, United have been very lucky, considering the fact that this tonight, both the William brothers didn't play. And last week, they were absolutely battered in the first 30 minutes before the red card. And I'm thinking, guys, cheer up. Cheer up. It feels like people can't be happy because they have to find a way to say Ange out, regardless. I have been Angeing for a very long time, bear in mind, right? And even I can understand, I understand people, I understand the fact that we're 17th is absolutely unacceptable. I understand the fact that his Ange pool has a lot of flaws, especially when we get hit in transition, the high line, as an example, etc. I do see that there are a lot of flaws, but if he wins the Europa League, and if this pragmatism that we've had in Frankfurt and in Bodo is an example of things that he actually can change to get results, what are Spurs fans in a hurry to sack him for?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
no, you're still there. You're still there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me? Are you there? Have I lost him?
Hello?
I think I don't know what's
Oh,
going on.
okay.
I
Oh,
can
you're
hear
back.
you.
You're back now.
You're back. Yeah, I'm back.
You know what? Why are we in a rush to sack him? Why do we want to sack him?
I agree. And I think as well, it's not just that. It's also if he's the one who can get a group of players over the line to achieve something and actually win a trophy, there's something that Mourinho and Conte and Pochettino failed to do at this football club, actually take that extra step, as well as go through all the hardship that we've been through this season. I understand with the league form, but Andrew's been very consistent about why the league form has been how it's been, all the situations and the injury crisis and all these different things. And if he comes through the other side, and not only does the form get better in this Europa League by taking us to a final, but actually comes out this season with a European trophy when he's had players to choose from and when he's had his full selection. That for me would show that there's something here, and that would for me to show this manager isn't all the criticism he's had and everything that's been shoved his way and all the he's out of his depth. He doesn't know what he's doing. He can't manage at this level. We have a terrible squad. All these different all this mud that's been flung his way. If he comes out this season with not only a major European trophy, the first European trophy won in 40 years, our first trophy at all in 16 years, how can people not look at that and say, what an amazing achievement?
Exactly. And Spurs fans can't have it two ways, right? Every Spurs fan that I met, apart from you, said to me, right, Bodo Glimt, we should have won by more goals. We should have won by 4 goals, 5 goals, because, we will absolutely get battered. Oh, it's always Spurs. We always do this. We win, and all of a sudden it's, we haven't played anyone. I'm very surprised that Bodo were so rubbish. No, they weren't rubbish. We were the one who made them play that way and set the team up to literally hound them and make them make mistakes. We were patient, we bid our time, and then we pressed when we needed to press. That is someone who's acknowledged and understood that maybe there is actually something that he has to change in order to get results. And I forgot the guy's name who was here just before me. Spoke about, we're 17th, it's not good enough, which I fully agree. We're 17th, it's not good enough. He's had his players back. But football is not linear, right? We went 3 months of players who are our B team playing week in, week out, twice a week. They were literally dead on their feet. Then Romero and Van der Ven came back. They literally have to settle in. And they couldn't even settle in because obviously they had to be rotated in order for us to prioritize the Europa League. So yes, 17th is not good enough. Yes, Ange himself knows 17th is not good enough. But what is the rush? We were with Poch for 4 years, 5 years, right? We then went for Mourinho for 2 years, sacked him. We then went for Conte 2 years, 18 months, sacked him. We then went for Nuno, a few games, sacked him. Unless you're telling me that Levy is going to get Luis Enrique and then get us quality players, what is the rush? We are Spurs fans. We know what the deal is. Give him up to October. Let's see if the performances do change in the league, and let's see what he can do. And again, if by you give him the 10 games to October and he doesn't change, it's still high line, it's still Ange ball, people are getting injured as well again, 100% sack him. I fully understand, but you cannot sack, if he does win this Europa League, you cannot sack the guy, because we are then going to be the banter team again that, Spurs are so allergic to trophies that the one person who's got them the first European trophy in 41 years, they sacked him.
Mm-hmm. We're going to sack Mourinho before a final and then sack Ange after winning a trophy. It's going to be known as the impossible job. We're going to be known as Banter's Club.
It is. I was hearing, I was hearing people say, Bodo this, Bodo that. The guy does what he has to do, and all of a sudden we're not playing anyone. No. We have to win this Europa League to get enough money, to get better players, right? To be able to compete in the top competitions. Like, people have all forgotten that the guy lost Harry Kane, arguably the best player in our history, a day before the start of last season. and the guy finished 5th.
Mm-hmm.
He's not dumb. He's not stupid to be where he is, right? So have a bit of patience. Yes, 17 is not good enough, but just give him a bit of time and let's see if it is a case of he doesn't change. And yeah, we'll just sack him. But and one last thing, sorry, because a lot of this is my first ever time of calling in any
You're doing
YouTube
a great
show, by the
job.
way.
You're doing a great job,
Right?
Manny. You're doing a great
This
job.
is the very first time I've ever done this. But one last thing I want to say. After AZ Alkmaar away leg, every single video I watched of Spurs fans was, we need to sack Ange because with Ange, we're not going to get to the final. I really want to see all the people that came out and said that come out and say, actually, you know what? We did get it wrong because with Ange, we are in the final. And if this guy wins the league, the Europa League, after saying in September, I always win something in my second season, this will go down as one of the best sayings in the folklore of English football. And I'm telling you now, and I do know we have Man United's number. I'm telling you. We have Man United's number. We've beat them with our A team. We've beat them with our B team. We've beat them with our C team with Foster in goal and Archie Gray and Davies at the back. That 5 at the back, I dare Ruben Amorim to play, Kebab Miro in midfield. I dare him. Genuinely, we are winning this Europa League. I'm telling you guys.
100%. Manny, that was a great call. Unbelievable stuff. Where are you calling from?
I'm in Cambridge.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Please call in again because I love the positivity. I love your kind of point of view. It's something that I've been saying a long time. The amount of times during the whole season, I've been called deluded for saying, trust me, once we get the players back in this Europa League, we can do something. We can do
I
something.
know. I've been watching it every week and I've been like, how the hell do I get on this to actually help Sai a little bit? But we got
to get you on a panel show to help me out here, man. I'm going to need some backup. Go on, what are you going to say?
Listen, I'm always there and I'm at the stadium all the time. So when I see you, I'll definitely say hi, man.
Please do, Manny. Great call. Really good stuff. And love the positivity. And look, we're going to take this trophy. Come on, boys. We're going to do it. We're going to win
I know.
Big up to you, Manny. We'll see you soon.
See you.
Love it. W call there from Manny. Absolutely great stuff. That's what the spam is spamming anyway. W Manny. Last but not least is the man, the myth. It's me. It's KPV.
Hello.
Love the shirt, Kyle. Look at that. Beauty.
Yeah. I believe you got the name wrong, mate. It's not Rocco.
Rock, mate, because you're rocking it out. That's why. Come on, you're rocking the shirt. Come on, Kyle. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, brilliant win. Like, where's everyone saying we weren't going to win in Bodo? Well, where are the Ange Alters? Where's everyone?
Where are they? You should cup the ear to them. Cup the ear to them, KPV. Where are they?
We're in another European final, baby, and let's hope it's not 2019 all over again. Injured players.
Don't bring up 2019, Carl. Don't bring up 2019. Who was man of the match tonight, Carl?
Vicario, Venom.
Venom.
Yeah, Venom, man. And yeah, so we're in the Europa League final finally. Yeah, because Ange has now got us to a European final. Like I know MP did. So yeah, APL has got us to a final. Ange Postecoglou's got us to a final. So nice. Now we're gonna win it because you heard Manny as well. We've got Man United's number. We're their bogey team, and we're City and now are starting to become our team. But now they're not. We're Manchester United's bogey team because we've beaten them 3 times. And I heard what George said. I heard what he said about me saying, as I see, we've beaten them 3 times. I heard it, George Orton. I don't know his name is Orton. Is that Randy Orton's son then?
Maybe. Come on. Let's get Randy Orton to Bilbao.
Yeah. And where's Ben predicting us to lose this weekend? Stop it, Ben, because I'm going to have to come on a panel show, Sim. You promised
Damn
me
right.
before the end of last season I would come on a panel show, and you haven't. So
We've
yeah,
been fully booked.
You better bring me on before the final game against Brighton, Sim. So come on, mate. You know it, and
we'll see what we got. We'll see if we got any slots.
And I'm buzzing now. And it's 6 years today we beat Ajax. So Lucas Mourapid, the Spurs, and someone from Tottenham just had to meet up with him, and he's still buzzing about it. So Lucas Mourapid, yeah, he's
Carl,
not the only one.
Are we beating United?
Of course, mate. We're going to do them. We're their bogey team. We've got their number. And we've beaten them 3 times. Twice in a league without conceding a goal. We've only conceded 3 to them in the Carabao Cup. And their goalkeeper still moaning about Son scoring from the corner, which apparently there was a foul. But
still moaning, these guys. Still moaning.
Still moaning about it. It was not a foul. Get over it. You got done over 3 times. And when we can't lose another European final because we lost to them lot from Merseyside, I couldn't give a damn. And now Sammy's in another European final. So
forget about Sammy. Forget about Sammy. He doesn't know about a Europa League final. Come on.
We're in the Europa League final, man, and
exactly.
We're gonna win it. And Vicario's not in the European final. It's not just him. It's his teammate, Italian teammate Donnarumma. Sorry, Donnarumma. I want Inter to win it. So. Shame about the Arsenal. Bottle job, mate.
Bilbao. Tottenham Hotspur are going to Bilbao.
Book your tickets, Barry. Where are you, Barry?
Where is he? Where's Barry? Such a good point. What is this great point? Where the hell is Barry? Book your bloody tickets, Barry.
Book your tickets for Bilbao, Barry. I thought you said you booked your tickets for Bilbao, Sunshine.
No, he's cancelled them. He's cancelled them because he didn't believe. He didn't believe, Kyle.
You're going to Bilbao, Tim. You're going to go, yeah?
I've booked.
Yeah. So who's going to be the watch along? Is it going to be Danny?
Marlon and Ashmatic, I think.
Marlon, Ashmatic. Yay! Big up to them too. We're going to do it, and we're gonna beat United for the 4th time because we've beaten City twice, and we've only beaten them in the league away and cup at home. But they somehow seem to have beat us on new ground. But that's only 3 times. But we've beaten them more than that. So we're going to do United. This will be the 4th time. And we've beaten the Manchester club 6 times. It would have been 7, but we just can't seem to beat City at home now because they're starting to do it. But I couldn't give a damn rat's ass about that club.
I couldn't give a damn, Carl. But look, we got to go, Carl, because we're running out of time. But look, it's great to see you call in, man. Go on, what are you going to say?
And Robbie, sorry, Robbie, but we're going to ruin your season because we're going to ruin it. We're going to win Europa League because you want United to win. Well, it's not going to happen, Robbie, because we're going to win it, and I need Inter to save my summer. So come on, Spurs, let's win this in 2 weeks, and I'll be watching it. All right, everyone, have a good sleep.
Come on, Carl. Labosh. Big up to Carl Patrick Vineyard, and big up to everyone in the chat today, in the streams. Big up to every Spurs fan out there. We are in a major European final, 21st of May in Bilbao. Everyone's got to be there. Everyone has got to get excited for it. Man United in Bilbao, 21st of May. Enjoy tonight, celebrate the night away, and get ready for a European final. We are in the Europa League final, people. Unbelievable night against Bodo Glimt tonight. Unbelievable 2-0 win. Enjoy your nights, everyone. Thank you for everyone for interacting with the stream, watching the watch along, calling into the fan show, sending a super chat, sending in any chats from wherever you've been watching, in all different kind of corners of the globe you've been watching the stream from. Big up to everyone out there. We'll see you all tomorrow, where Ben will be back in the studio, hopefully on his way back from Bodo, back from the Arctic Circle, where we get to talk about this semi-final all over again and what happens in the future. Enjoy the night. We'll see you all very, very soon. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs!